Hello and welcome to your Qigong class this week. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to focus on the water element, and the water element is associated with the season of winter and our kidneys, our bladder. So we're going to focus more on these organs and meridian lines in this class. And the meridian line that the bladder and kidneys take is from the crown of the head down the back, all the way down to our pinky toes. So we're just gonna, yeah, kind of work with that energy and that chi and help balance and nurture that in our body. So we'll begin in bamboo in the wind, bringing your feet close together, softening your knees, tucking your tailbone under and lengthening up through your spine. Allowing your, allowing your arms just to soften and relax by your sides as you close your eyes or have a soft gaze downward. Beginning to deepen and lengthen your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Slowing down your breath, and in turn, that will help to slow down the mind. Taking one more deep, slow breath, and just bringing your hands to the navel or just below. And as we inhale, the hands are going to float up a little. And as we exhale, we'll turn the palms to face down and soften the hands back down. So as you inhale, the breath comes up, while the hands come up. And then as you exhale, we soften everything back down. Just continuing in your own time, your own breath. You can imagine that each inhale is like a wave of breath coming up, and each exhale is like a wave just going back down. Taking 3 more wave-like breaths. Releasing your arms by your sides when you're ready. And we'll just step our feet out to our Qigong stance, hip width distance apart, softening the knees so we're not locking them out. Again, just tucking that tailbone under, lengthening the spine. Arms come off the side body just a little, taking a deep breath. Opening the chi gates, sweeping your arms up and overhead, and the palms will face down as you guide the arms down the body, taking that movement twice more. Returning to your Qigong stance, taking a full breath and releasing it. And bringing the back of your hands to your lower back, to the kidneys, and gently just massaging with the back of your hands, just rubbing them a little, creating a little bit of warmth in this area. And then you may like to gently tap the lower back, or you can just keep with the massaging if you like. And feel free to take any sighs out through the mouth. And then we're just going to tap down the back of the legs. And you may like to pause at the knees, and then down the calves and the toes, and up the inner seam of the leg to the navel and the belly. We'll just do one more round. So bringing the hands to the lower back, the kidneys, and we're just gently tapping the kidney and bladder meridian lines here. So coming down the legs, all the way to the toes, and up the inner seam of the legs into the belly. Taking one more deep breath and releasing your arms, finding a little bit of stillness. And we'll gently bring our hands onto our lower back and gently bring the chest um, up and forward, just a small back bend, just a very gentle one, just opening through the chest. And then the hands are going to come by the hips to about the knees or just above the knees. We're just lengthening our spine forward and then rolling back up. The hands slide back to the lower back and we open. And the hands slide down and we just lengthen the spine forward. So you may like to lift up and open up on an inhale, and then come down on your exhale. One more round. Just coming up, lengthening the spine, taking a deep breath, releasing that breath out. Reaching or sweeping the arms up and overhead, gathering up that chi, and perhaps you like to think of it as water chi today, and then bringing that water chi down the head, down the body, massage through the kidneys, down the legs, finding your forward fold. And you can just release your hands to the mat or your legs, your shins, wherever it's most comfortable to have them. And you can also have a gentle bend in the knees. And if you are forward folded all the way to the ground, just lifting up a little bit so your arms are dangling. And if your hands are on your shins, just let them dangle here. And allow the weight of the arms to separate through your shoulder blades, kind of getting a nice stretch through that upper part of your spine. And then you can just let the arms be in stillness here, or you may like to just let the arms go in a circle in one direction. And in the other direction. And then from side to side, and taking another breath and just rolling yourself up very slowly and gently, coming back to standing and just taking a few breaths at the top. And we'll just bring our feet close together, interlacing your hands and lifting your palms up to the sky, keeping a soft bend in the elbows so we don't want to be locking out our joints. And we're just going to twist through the waves, lean back slightly, and look down towards your heels or in that direction. Then coming back up through center, gazing up if that's comfortable in your head and neck. And then twisting and looking down at your heel. Coming back to center, perhaps on a breath in, and then twisting on your exhales. Continuing with your breath. We'll just do one more on each side. Lean back to center, stretching the arms up, deep breath in, and then just releasing your arms, breath out. And we'll take a split stance with the feet, so it doesn't matter what foot is in front first. Just a small step forward. And we're going to open our chest and our arms. Arms are facing up here, opening through the heart space. And then turning the palms to face down as you fold over that front leg. And here you can adjust your leg. If you've stepped a little bit close or a little bit too far, you can just adjust where your foot is. And then we're going to be rolling up through the spine. And the back of the hands are close together but not touching. And they come up and out. And they turn down as we fold over that leg. And then you're rolling up through the spine, back of the hands close together, and then out, going at your own pace. You can close your eyes if you'd like, or just having a soft gaze. Take one more here on this side, opening the arms out, just letting them fall to your sides, switching the feet and beginning on this side, holding over that front leg and adjusting if you need, and rolling up, back of the hands close together but not touching, and opening out. Taking one more here. Arms just falling to your sides, bringing your feet into a horse stance, so a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Taking a deep breath, getting used to this um, wider stance. And then we'll bring our hands onto the tops of our thighs and bringing the weight over into one leg, bending into that knee and looking over your shoulder. And then we're going to gradually shift our weight back over into our other leg. So shifting the weight so the hip comes over to the side first, the shoulder, and then the head. And again, the hip shifts first, the shoulder, and the head. And the hands just on the knees for support. We're not putting too much weight into our legs. Just going at your own pace, closing the eyes if you wish, or just having a soft gaze. One more each side. Coming back to center and just rolling up to stand. We'll find our next movement here. So the hands stay on the legs. And we're just going to bring our chin forward as we fold down. So the hands will move from the tops of your thighs down to just the tops of your knees. And then tucking the chin in, rolling up through the spine like a wave. And then the chin comes forward, rolling in, and then rolling up. I'll just turn on the side so you can see. I'm just creating a wave-like motion with the spine, going at your own pace. One more round. Rolling back up. Just taking a breath. We'll bring our hands to the heart space here. And we're going to bring the hands over to one side. And as we do, we're turning the palms. So like that. And as we're turning the palms over, we're lifting up in the opposite heel. So we'll get a stretch through the side body here. And then we come back to center, sink and soften. And then go to the other side, turning the palms, lifting up the heel, back to center, and continuing in your own time. One more on each side. Taking a pause, a breath, and bringing your feet in to Qigong stance, hip width distance apart. Bringing your arms all the way up and separating them at the top. Gaze is lifted if that's comfortable in your head and neck. And the palms will come back together and meet. Come down through the midline as we bend into the knees and lean forward. Spine is nice and long, and the hands will separate um, once more. The hands come to the midline and up, and they open to the sky. The hands meet, come down. We lean forward and bend into the knees and separate the arms. And just continue this movement. You may like to take a deep inhale as your arms are overhead, and an exhale as you come down and separate towards the earth. One more full round. Just coming, hands to heart, standing, taking a breath here, and releasing your arms. And we'll bring our feet together. And from here, we're going to step out on one side. So we'll alternate the step. Doesn't matter what side you start with. And we'll sweep our arms up to the sky. And again, just visualizing or focusing on having that water chi that you're gathering up above your head and bringing all that water down, allowing it to flow freely down the body, go to the kidneys, and then down the legs to the pinky edge. And then the hands will come onto the inner part of the ankle and come up the inner seam of the legs to your navel. And then we release our arms, step the feet in. And then we take the other foot out, sweep the arms up, bringing that water chi to flow down our body. Little rub on the kidneys, and then down the back or the side of the legs, the pinky side of the legs, to the pinky toe, to the inner seam of the legs, to the navel, releasing, stepping back. So going at your own pace, your own breath. And you may like to add a little tap onto the kidneys if you would like, or you can just keep giving them a little massage. Following that meridian line of the kidneys down to the pinky toe, and following the meridian line of the bladder up the inner legs, and they meet at the navel. We'll take this flow once more on each side. Bringing the feet back together and just taking a breath or two. And bringing your hand just underneath the belly button. And we'll bring up some water if you'd like, some water chi, just up a little to probably your belly button or just slightly higher than that. And then we're going to turn the palms over and releasing that water chi, or you may like to visualize a wave if that helps. So we're just bringing it up and flowing it back down, closing down your eyes. We're just having a soft gaze downwards. Taking 3 more deep, slow breaths. And just bringing your hands to the lower dantian, taking a full, slow breath, releasing your hands by your sides, and we'll close the chi gates, sweeping them up and overhead, floating the arms down the body. Resting the hands onto the lower dantian, sealing in all that chi that we've cultivated. Hopefully, you feel a little bit more at ease, a little bit more peaceful, calm, all of those nice water qualities. Bringing your hands to your heart, bowing your head in towards your heart, offering yourself gratitude. Then, when you're ready, you can release your arms by your sides, gently blinking open the eyes. And thank you for joining me for your practice today. Hope you enjoyed. And if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But otherwise, thank you and have a lovely rest of your day or evening.